Alright, so I'm making this video because I found the coolant leak on the Benz, and it's not what I thought it was, but it's not what I had thought. Yeah, just forget that. Anyway, it's where the fuck is my camera? There it is. It's that little rubber cap right there with the drip on it. So what that is like a rubber block off cap nipple thing. Not sure what it's blocking off, other than it's a hole in the side of the end tank that maybe for a different application. I don't know, but I had originally thought maybe it was a block off for the trans cooler, thinking maybe somebody bypassed the cooler, but no, all the trans cooler lines are in fact still hooked up to the radiator and good. But this rubber end cap on this on the radiator, it's all dry rotted. If you look really closer, I don't know if you can get it in the camera or not, but it's got cracks in it. It's past its prime. But the problem is I don't know where I can get one. I mean, can I try and find any old rubber cap that'll work, or do I need to find one that is good with coolant or heat? I'm a little confused there as far as what about what I can use to replace it. I go in the Mercedes parts catalog and it doesn't even it doesn't show up. So it's not something I can order from the dealer, because the parts catalog, it doesn't even show it as existing. But if I go aftermarket, there's like no listing for it either. So I'm not sure what I can use to replace that, but it definitely needs to be replaced. It's pissing like a stuffed pig, or it was bleeding like a stuffed pig anyway. And then the other leak I got is the power steering lines. Now I don't know if there's supposed to be crush washers in here or what, but there's not, and both the feed and the return lines are wet. So I don't know if somebody else was in here at a different time and they had it apart and didn't put the washers back in, or if there's something else going on that I don't know about, because the Germans do things a little different sometimes. So I'm a little confused with that as far as how I can make that stop leaking. But on the bright side of things is I thought that I might have had an ABC leak, because I came out in the garage the other day to move the car, and the entire floor of the garage was perfectly dry except for the rear driver's side corner. And I'm like, well, that's where the ABC block is. So I thought maybe that there was an ABC leak. So I come back here where the ABC is contained inside this little housing in here, and everything is dry. I mean, what you do see is a little dampness because it's been sitting outside for a couple days, and it's sweating. The entire bottom of the car is wet like this. So it's not just this area. It's the entire bottom of the car is just wet like this. So it's not a problem. ABC is good. Appears to be good. I don't see any problems in this area as far as a strange leak is concerned. Another thing I'd like to point out is the fact that this car is 15 years old, right? It's a 2004. It's 15 years old, and would you look at how stupid clean everything is. There is not a spot of rust anywhere under this car. It is miraculously perfect under here. There might be a little bit of surface rust on an exhaust pipe or like a muffler or resonator. I know this resonator's got a little bit of a callus going on here. Actually, both of them. But it's how they're angled. It just collects moisture. That's expected. I'm not worried one bit about that. But the rest of the car is amazing. This is what you get, folks, when you buy a car from the Southwest. This car spent all of its life in Texas and New Mexico. And it is dumb under here how clean it is. It is literally dumb. So, all right, well, I'm done yapping. But yeah, if anybody can help me out with figuring out a replacement for that line, or not that line, but that block off cap on the radiator, that would be amazeballs. Because I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to look a little bit more. I'm not even sure what diameter it is either. If I pull it off, the radiator is just going to puke its guts out. So I'm not really prepared for that yet. But yeah, if anyone's got an idea of what kind of rubber I can use, or like where I could find something, please let me know. That would be extremely helpful. All right. Thank you. Goodbye.